We'll head back over to the real football, I like to call it, the Premier League. And one team that I think really, really stood out, and another prediction that I kind of got a bit wrong was Newcastle. And my prediction getting wrong was maybe calling Sandro Tonali, who I was thinking, oh, he's come from the Italian league, never played English football. He's going to be used to the physicality, the tempo. I said, oh, I reckon it'll be a flop. And within 6 minutes, he proved, yeah, maybe he's not a flop. Maybe he's not. It's very early still in the season. But he's pretty. I'm going to say now he's proved me wrong. I think Sandro Tonali is a hell of a player. I think
he looked very good.
And Newcastle,
and also,
a hell of a team. I know you were saying they're light. They may be a couple of injuries away from struggling a bit in games, but my word, they look good against Aston Villa. I mean, Aston Villa didn't help themselves. I thought they were
they gave
awful
away
defensively.
2 or 3 goals. Yeah,
yeah. I
sure.
mean, they played such a high line against Newcastle, but it didn't work at all.
Yeah.
You can tell Villa were missing that spark. Buendia. You can tell they were missing him.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but I think Newcastle, you can't take anything away from them. I know Villa were poor, but Newcastle are also excellent.
Isaac's phenomenal. I think he's a really good player.
He's young as well. Yeah, I mean, really young. He's a complete striker. He's quick, good with his feet, good in the air, strong. Like he's got it all. So he's got the world in his hands at the minute. He can go anywhere he wants.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And to have Wilson off the bench, who always seems to score, is as well very good. But I think, as you said with predictions,
so clever as well, Callum Wilson.
I said Diaby wouldn't be very good, and he looked very good, and he scored. So that makes 2 of us who didn't probably get predictions very well. So I think we'll still do well. It's just, I said it's arguably up there with one of the 2 or 3 toughest away games. Probably Anfield, as I said, St James's, and maybe in Old Trafford and the Etihad are probably the toughest places to go this season, and the Emirates.
I was going to say Emirates is not going to be any easy place.
To get that done first game of the season, like us with Stamford Bridge, it's out the way now. You could move on, and that's a good thing, I think, for Villa. Like, it'll be a proper learning curve, but with Emery, I think they'll definitely have success this season for sure. And I said I still think they'll be.
It depends how I think yeah, they've got to turn it around next weekend, or at least show signs of improvement, because I think losing 5-1 opening day. I know it's only one game in. I know it's only one game, but the question marks are already going to be starting to be an arse.
Oh yeah. You lose
5-1 to. The thing is like Newcastle and Villa. They're not too far off quality wise. I think they've both got players.
They're very similar.
Yeah.
Similar squads. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Newcastle maybe slightly just edge it, but at the same time, like we say, very similar. And I think to lose 5-1. There's got to be a few questions asked. But other than that, I think, like I say, Newcastle are really, really good, really impressive. Harvey Barnes as well looked mustard. I really like where they're going, Newcastle. And I think we could see them in top 4. I think
you could definitely see them again for sure. Like I think Bruno Guimaraes is one of the best players in his role. Yeah. I think he's a very good player. I think with Villa, it's like the scoreline definitely was a bit harsh. I think 5 was maybe a bit much, but again,
clinical.
For sure. They lost Mings through injury, which looked quite serious, so he could be out for some while, which is obviously massive for them. And happened to Pau Torres looked okay, but Konsa looked shocked as soon as Mings sort of went off. He sort of lost his head a bit. So
obviously,
as I said, a couple of mistakes cost them. And. With Villa, they've got very good players. I think Douglas Luiz is a really good player, someone I'd like to look at for the role we need. Ollie Watkins is a good player. So they've got Buendia, Diaby, Bailey. They've got a lot of options.
Well, Buendia isn't an option for this season anymore.
Not for a while, yeah.
No.
But I think they'll still be fine. It's just because they've got the manager. And I think Eddie Howe's a good manager, but he's not. Emery's different. He's had more experience. He knows how. He's been battered at times, I'm sure, in his career. Like even when he was at Arsenal, he probably had a couple. And he knows how to bounce back, so I think he'll be all right.
Definitely.